Hello and welcome to Unqualified Experts. That's Xia. I'm Nick. This is a show where we try to help the internet's most comical, outlandish problems, one question at a time. Starting off today, I'm a pretty progressive guy, an outspoken leftist activist, and a fervent feminist, and I know there's absolutely nothing wrong with a woman having hair on her body. I would disagree with that. People are yelling right now. Republican MAGA support. That guy. Like,
You're
no.
like, I just don't like hairy women.
I just don't like hairy women.
No.
I'd rather not date a Sasquatch. I mean, that's on me. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. It's just not my thing.
I don't like having hair on my body. It feels terrible.
Yeah.
I can't go. I know some girls that go days without shaving their legs, and I don't know how they do it. One day, and I feel the prickles, and it's uncomfortable, and I hate it.
I've seen that. And it's a sight that you just don't want to see.
You've seen what, a girl not shave for days?
Oh my God, it is bad.
Someone you've been with?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, and it's just like...
How long?
You know what? It probably just a few days, but that few days, it's like shaving. Like if I don't shave, I start getting the porn stash, I look creepy. It's just 2 days of that, and the same thing with any other body hair where you let your legs go for 2 or 3 days. It's like, dude, I guess a girl, that's like, oof. It's just, listen, people will be like, Nick, a girl doesn't have to shave. I understand. They don't have to.
You can do what you want, but people are allowed to have preferences.
I don't like it. It looks horrible.
You can't really see my leg hair because it's blonde. Like, it's so blonde.
You see your arm hair. It's like Sasquatch over here.
You can only see,
Nick, you said Sasquatch. I know. Bigfoot, the Yeti.
I draw the line at my arms because I don't know how to get rid of them. I can't shave my whole arms and then have prickly arms. There's no way I could deal with that. It would be so uncomfortable. It'd be the worst.
Yeah.
So if I could get laser hair removal on my arms, I'd consider that.
That'd be nice.
But, well, when we make some money, when you take that dick out, you start slanging that dick.
What?
Let's slang that dick, Nick, and let's get some hair removal money.
I guess those girls aren't paying me for it, but...
Well, that's the problem. You gotta get the money first.
Whatever. Okay, so this guy can't help himself but to find attractive, somewhat of a deal breaker, especially on legs, which we get. Did I say that already?
I don't think so.
I don't know. Well, that's what he said. He said, and yet, for the love of God, I just can't help myself but to find it unattractive and somewhat of a deal breaker, especially on legs. I agree with that.
That's fair enough.
I have a pretty promiscuous sex life. I tend to have hookups more than stable relationships for the time being, and in my adventures, it happened to me to have some one-night stands with some girls that didn't shave their legs. Ooh. Of course, I don't tell them anything. Well, I get that. You just want to get in, get out, the old in and out business. You're not going to ruin it.
I'll wade my way through the hair.
Oh, like Scary Movie. It's horrible.
I haven't seen that in so long.
It's like... There was a chainsaw, right, in the first one. Because I know it's unfair to feel like this. No, it isn't. Stop it. And extremely hypocritical because I don't shave myself after all, but I just can't ignore it. You're a man. What men shaving their legs unless you're a professional swimmer in like the Olympics?
I feel the same way. It kind of weirds me out if a guy shaves. Like if a guy has smooth legs.
Most girls would be like, I've had that.
Yeah,
I did it once just to see.
Did you really?
I did. And guess what? Girls did not like that. They were like, dude, that's weird.
It's weird. It's not a good look. And look, here's the thing. Technically, we've been conditioned for women to be hairless because we had hair, obviously. I wonder when we started shaving and why.
The 80s.
But
it was Muff Central before that.
Porn, yeah. According to porn in the 80s. No, but I'm not talking about just hair. I'm talking about legs, armpits, the whole thing.
I know.
Like, I'm curious when we started shaving and why. But I guess in a way, we're sort of conditioned for men to be hairy and women not to be hairy. But that's a conditioning I guess I'm fine with. I don't know. I don't like being hairy at all. So I don't know if
you wouldn't like it if I was hairless.
And I wouldn't like if you were hairless. It would be weird. It'd be super weird.
I'm going to shave my legs tomorrow.
Oh, please don't. Oh, God.
Felt.
He's like, keeps rubbing them on me. He's like, feel how soft they are. I'm like, oh, God, get it away.
Like some shea butter on there, really smooth it out.
Oh, yeah, I don't know about that. You're allowed to have preferences. He's like feeling guilty about having a preference.
This dweeb says, I just wish I could change my tastes. Because it's extremely frustrating for me to wake up every day being such a hypocrite on such a trivial and unfair issue.
Jesus Christ, dude, calm down. It's not that serious.
How badly have you been brainwashed?
God.
God, man.
Dude, you're allowed to not find body hair attractive.
If any of you have some tips on how to make peace with myself, please feel free to comment down here. Stay tight.
How does this guy get... Did he end it with stay tight?
He did end it with stay tight.
How does this guy get pussy?
He
claims he hooks up. How is this man getting pussy? I gotta know.
He's like on the Antifa front being like, I'm with you. You know,
Ladies!
I hate hairy legs, but I'm gonna act like I like it because I want to be with these women and I'm for the cause. And it's like, dude, that's crazy.
You can be a feminist and not like hairy legs.
Maybe you can't anymore. You know how things have changed. Like me saying like, hey, I don't like hairy legs. I'm like, I'm an alt-right, crazy, religious conservative. And it's like, but I'm not.
You just don't like hairy legs.
Yeah,
There's
but I'm evil now.
wrong. I don't like beards on dudes, really. That's just not my thing.
Oh, some women are screaming right now.
I know. Some women freak out. And I don't mind some facial hair. Like I've seen men with like where it's sort of shaved close like this and like a little... That doesn't bother me at all. But like full on beards...
Yeah.
I don't like it. I never have. I don't know what it is. I'm just not into beards. Like I'm not attracted to men with beards. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. There's plenty of women who are. I don't understand what the big deal is. You like some stuff. You don't like some stuff. Some people like big boobs. Some people like small boobs. I'm not going to get mad at someone for being like, I'm just not, as long as you're not being a dick to me, just being like, I'm not really into small boobs. I'll be like, all right.
Yeah, I'm not into the itty bitty titty committee. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm not into the IBTC.
Yeah. Beards are gross though, because like they just have so much germ. Like there's studies where it's like it's insane. It's like a toilet on your mouth. Oh. Yeah, it's not good. But some girls love it. Some girls can only have a guy with a beard.
Some girls love beards, and that's also fine. Just fucking like what you like. God damn, this is not a big deal.
Thanks for cursing. Appreciate it.
Jeez, I'm so bad at that.
First 5 minutes really count.
So bad at that.
Also, cuck boy over here. I hate your guts. I really do. Because like, I understand in your head you're trying to be like, I'm the most progressive guy and I'm here for the women and this and that.
Doesn't mean you're not progressive. But you just don't like it.
In the far reaches of left and right, you know, it's so you got to act crazy, and this is crazy. And I feel like people like you need to stop. Just enjoy what you enjoy. If people yell at you for it, they're not the right people to be around. Yeah. If a girl is so upset that you're like, hey, my thing isn't hairy legs, and they are up in arms and want to burn your house down, maybe they're not the women for you. Maybe you should not be in that circle.
Date her. Yeah.
Yeah. The same with oh no, I'm losing my train of thought. I'm getting old.
The same. Well, I've known that for a while.
Hey,
your saggy balls tell me that every night.
How dare you? Wait, what do you mean? I'm sleeping. What are you talking about? That's creepy.
What?
Oh boy.
I've absolutely not been looking at your balls while you sleep.
Yeah,
anyway.
No, my point is gone. I don't know.
Lost it completely.
Yes. No
same
idea.
thing, Harry. Like, look, I think you're being absolutely ridiculous. It's not that deep. It's not that big of a deal.
I found my point. Oh my God. I'm grabbing it and putting it back in. A lot of room in here. No, it's the the trans thing is like a huge hot button issue.
Oh, it is. It's a very big issue.
And if I say I don't care what you do because it doesn't affect me, apparently it's not enough anymore. If I say I'm not attracted to a man who then became a woman but still has a penis, for some reason, if I don't like that, I'm a bigot. And it's like, why?
I've seen people make that argument that's really
I've seen it too.
Wild, where they're like, if you wouldn't date a trans person, you're transphobic.
Yeah, and it's like, but I'm not.
No, I'm not scared of trans people.
Yeah,
I just don't want to date you.
Exactly. You do what you want to do. It's carpe the diem.
I honestly don't even really care. I've seen some like very clearly trans people in the women's bathroom.
Hey, daddy.
I obviously don't even really care about that. Mm-hmm. They really are just in there to use the bathroom and leave. I've seen a couple times they go in, they pee, they fucking wash their hands, and they walk out.
Again.
Dang it. They go in, they pee, they wash their hands, and they go out. I can't not swear. This
Demonetized.
is so bad. So anyway, and honestly, that doesn't even really bother me. If your problem is you're worried about some guy going in the women's bathroom to be creepy, your problem isn't trans women, it's men. I mean, that's really what it comes down to. So I don't really care that much about that. Although I understand why some people might be uncomfortable with it. As long as you're not whipping your dick out in the bathroom, though, for everyone to see, you're going into a stall. I don't know. There are a lot of really interesting arguments about it, though, but it's so wild to see how you can't have a conversation about it. How you can't even say, hey, look, like you said, this is completely cool for you to do that. I don't want to suck a dick. I'm sorry.
Bigots,
this is not my
burn him.
Right. That's well,
It's like,
okay.
wait a minute. You were the people were yelling to burn you. Now you want to burn me? I'm on your side.
Yeah, you're like
What?
I want you to have rights. I
Yeah,
don't want to suck your dick, but I want you to have rights. Like this is cool.
And it's the people like this guy are the people who are gonna be like, oh okay, see, I'm on your side. And it's
Like
like we
almost
shouldn't
puking.
have to go that far.
No.
You should be able to just go, man, do what you want to do.
Do what you want to do. And look, there are plenty of people out there who will date trans people who like to, and just because you're not going to be everyone's type.
Yeah.
You just aren't. It doesn't matter what you look like. I've seen guys say that like some of the hottest women in the world aren't their type. And I'm like, I know you'd still sleep with her. But my point is like not everyone's going to be your type ever. And it's just crazy to be mad about that.
But women can be heightest as much as they want, and it's okay.
Yeah,
That's a weird
no,
one.
we let that go
Yeah.
quite a bit. And I think it's silly. I think it's real silly. I don't really understand the big deal here. Question though, post-op. Trans men to male to woman, post-op, can't tell. You honestly wouldn't really know.
I would have to be in the situation
to know.
Yeah, I feel like you would know depending on your relationship with the person, how you feel. I can't outright say yes or no because that seems unfair, and I know I don't have a real answer to that.
Okay.
Now, if it's a big swinging dick, I could be like, yeah, that's not for me, you know?
But if it's post-op and...
I don't know.
That's a fair answer.
I haven't been in that situation.
That's a fair answer.
I don't know how they'd make me feel. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know? If they have big man hands, maybe not. But, you know, you don't know.
Fair. You don't know.
The person
That's
could
true.
be, you know, like a... What, Bailey J, right? Or something like that?
Yeah, Bailey J.
Where you're just like, I wouldn't even know. You know.
You'd never know. But is she post?
I have no idea. I'm just saying look wise where you're like,
Right,
I
where you
have
look
no,
from the outside,
yeah.
you can't tell. I've seen definitely some. Blair White is another. She's like a very conservative trans person, I believe. I don't know.
can't exist.
I know, right? You don't fit in our box.
Yeah.
I don't know that much about her, but I believe she's like a more conservative trans person. And looking at her, I wouldn't tell. No fucking way you can tell. I did it again. No way you can tell. Wow, I'm
Killing it.
on it
I
today.
think we're only allowed 3, and we're probably over that already.
I think that was the third. I'm
yeah,
pretty sure.
so that's no bueno.
Wait, 3? They number your
Yeah,
swears?
they-
They're like, you can swear 3 times, but anything beyond that.
It's the beginning. If you say anything in the beginning, your video is pretty much done. And then the amount of times. Because I've been going through now, and it gives you the list of all the things, and it's like insane.
That is hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah.
Golly.
Yeah.
Golly gee whiz, YouTube.
Moving on. I mean, this next one. This is a long one. This is like a book.
All right.
I don't. Oh boy.
Read this now. Do you want me to read it?
I don't know. Can you read good?
I can read good sometimes.
All right.
I can read fine, but it's whether it comes out of my mouth good.
All right. Let's see. I mean, woman reading. That's crazy.
I know. Who let me have a book?
I'm with the Taliban. You know, no book for you.
No book for you. Also, no driving.
Yeah.
I don't even know what's going on. I'm sorry if this isn't the sort of thing to be posted. I'm a TikTok person, not a Reddit person. But the anonymity of Reddit is what I need right now because of certain aspects of this story.
Okay.
I'm sorry about my spelling. My phone is hardcore glitching.
Oh, shut up. Just get to the point. Damn it.
Oh, this is a girl. Okay.
Yeah, no crap.
My boyfriend and I met about a year ago, and it was like love at first sight, freaking crazy romantic stuff.
Oh, shut up. How old is she? Do we know? We don't know, right?
20.
20. Shut up.
We've been getting closer and closer since then, and I see him and someone. Okay, I see him as someone, I think is what she meant to say. I see him as someone I want to spend the rest of my life.
Oh, you all say that.
20? You don't know what you're talking about.
Stop.
His mom and I are really close too! Exclamation point.
Grace.
I ended up finding out that most of my friend group was saying some pretty heinous stuff about my boyfriend and I behind my back.
Okay.
Everything from he's a pedophile to talking about how I'm a pervert who gets off to old men.
Oh.
So, for reference, the boyfriend's 37 and she's 20.
Yeah, because, I mean, yeah.
I don't know, man. Yeah.
But you got to think about a 40-year-old with a 20-year-old.
Yeah, all
Listen,
right.
I don't care what you do, but I can see why people would be like, But, all right, I'm not going to get into this yet. Like, keep
Okay,
reading.
Yeah.
Yeah, just,
Okay.
I have things to say.
pervert who gets off to old men. So I've been pretty lonely for the past 6 months-ish. I haven't had anyone to talk to until I met John, who's a 22-year-old male, through a comment section on a meme of all things. Ha ha. We talk almost every day and watch movies together over FaceTime. Girl, he's trying to get some of that pussy. And watch movies over FaceTime. He lives in another state. Since my boyfriend has been so busy with work and we're long distance at the moment, I have a lot of free time. John and I talk about anything and everything under the sun, and we have a lot in common. I've never thought of him in a romantic light, and he hasn't of me either. That's what you think.
Yeah.
We haven't spoken on it because it's none of my business anyway, but I don't think he likes girls. All right. The problem came up when my boyfriend came into town, and he saw a message from John pop up on my phone. He asked about it, and I told him...
What is a phone? What is that thing you're holding in your hand?
He's only a year older.
No, I know.
He saw my pop up on my phone. He asked about it, and I told him that it was my buddy John, the one I told him about. He said that he didn't know he texted that often. I laughed and said we text all the time.
Ooh, that's a punch in the gut.
She's trying to be open, though. She's being like to her, it's not a big deal, so that's why she said that.
Okay, yeah.
Jim and I text a lot.
What?
Are you like? But as I'm saying, you know about it. You don't think anything of it?
It's different though. It's a whole different dynamic.
Yeah, I guess. He asked to see my phone, and after looking through the messages, was very angry and said what I was doing was disgusting, and he couldn't believe I was sitting right in front of him messaging my emotional affair partner.
Oh.
I had to Google what that was after he left, but he basically...
Wait. This dope emotional affair partner. What could that mean?
I know, like...
Let me Google it.
Kind of in the name? I don't think you need to Google it. Ay.
What a dope.
But he basically messaged me and told me that I could either block and stop talking to John entirely or we could break up. I don't know what to do. I love my boyfriend, but I have no friends other than John. He's the only person other than my boyfriend I can talk to. I don't know what to do.
All right, so let's start here. So the whole thing is...
Nick has thoughts.
She's 20.
Yes.
Her boyfriend is 37.
37. She lost all of her friends.
Well, that's what I'm getting to. So all her friends, I mean... That's the biggest issue right there is that all your friends were like, yo, you know who she's dating? Mr. Pedophile Man. You know, he's so much older. And all the friends were like, peace. I would think if those are your friends, like her whole friend group was like, nah. Either they're the worst friends ever, they weren't really your friends, or there's more to this guy that we're not hearing about. Don't you find that odd?
Yeah, no, you're right. Because it's not just like one friend, it's all of them. But I've seen crappy friend groups before, especially with girls, where they're...
Well, yeah, that's right. Girls hate other girls.
That's the thing.
I'm your best friend, even though I talk trash about you behind your back. I talk trash about
you all the time. It's like a horrible...
I'm your bestie for a month, and I throw you to the curb because you do something that's not so bad, and I can't get into that. That's personal.
No, but like I know...
We're going to talk about a real situation that happened to Xia.
I know what you mean, though. Yeah, where you get... It's one of those things where... It's hard to tell because we don't have all the information.
Yeah.
From the sounds of it, I don't think being 37 dating a 20-year-old makes you a pedophile.
No, of course not.
You're 20, you're clearly an adult woman. You're young.
Here's the thing.
But
as we can see from you reading this, she's an idiot.
She is an idiot.
So a 37-year-old man can easily take control of a 20-year-old woman and manipulate.
Yeah.
The problem is we don't know if that's the situation.
Right.
Because I can say, yeah, that guy's a scumbag, or it's a legit connection. Everything's cool and there's no problem and who cares, right?
Right.
Like if one of my friends was like, well, actually, one of my friends is, but one of my friends is dating an older person. Yeah. I wouldn't go, oh my God, and then talk crap behind their back. I would be their friend because if they, for some reason, want to date someone younger, as long as they're not, 14.
Yeah, there's a limit on the younger.
There's a limit on the younger, but older, I wouldn't judge them. I'd be like, well, there's a reason they want to be with this person. They must be cool. And why would I drop them as a friend? That'd be crazy.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Or talk smack behind their back.
Yes.
That's a crappy thing to do as a friend. So yeah, I'm a little bit curious about that whole dynamic. This is hard. Just looking at it from the outside, as in if there's no issues and you guys are cool and your friends are just talking.
The long distance thing's a little red flag though.
That is a little red. Do you think he has a secret family?
You don't know.
He could have a secret family.
When you're 20,
that was my first thought.
And your boyfriend's 37 and he is a long distance partner, you know what I mean? I don't know about that. Because long distance relationships
has 2 kids.
stink to begin with. They
They're
usually don't work.
horrible.
I don't even understand the purpose of it unless you know somewhat soon in the future you guys will come together.
That's usually what, right. You're planning like, okay, we're going to move into the same state. I got to finish school for a year, whatever it's going on.
Whatever it may be.
Right.
This could be I'm married, I have 2 kids, and you're my side piece. You my guma, you know, like.
Oh, and you don't even know.
You don't even know. And she's like, oh, love at first sight. And my friend, it's like, oh, enough with that garbage.
It is also kind of weird how jealous he got about the guy friend. I understand.
Let's get into that. The guy friend.
So I was just going to say, I understand to an extent. I guess that's the thing. If you don't know, but the fact that she was like, yeah, we talk all the time.
Well, did she say that though?
Yeah.
Because listen, if you said, yeah, there's this guy I'm talking to who's my buddy, and then you find out like, oh no, you guys are talking every single day, nonstop, and you're watching things together, whatever it may be, that would be like a big surprise. Like, oh, that's a lot more than you basically told me it was. I'd be like, well, wait a minute, that's not cool, man. Because I know, and I've been that guy. I literally was that other guy.
Wait, really? The friend I
was the friend in college. Yikes. And let me tell the story.
Oh,
sit around, children.
Nick's dating stories.
In college, there was this group of media people, radio and TV. So when I first got there, my first semester, I wanted to be ingrained in the radio station. So I made sure immediately I became friends with the radio people, right? And they were friends with the TV people because radio was on the second floor, TV was on the first floor. So they all hang out. And there was a lot of girls. And the girls were very nice to let me in the group. They weren't being crappy. And I became part of that group, right? There was this one girl that stood out to me. She was wearing sneakers.
We were talking about this on the stream earlier, how Nick exclusively dates women who wear sneakers.
Yeah, we were talking about Uggs before on Zia's live stream, and I say I can't with the Uggs.
I don't like Uggs.
No,
never owned a pair, never could own a pair. That made its way to Hawaii. Uggs and short skirts, and some guys like it. Plenty of guys do.
Everyone likes short skirts. The Uggs can go F your mother.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, the short skirts are great, but why do you need the Uggs with the short skirts?
Every girl will say the same thing. They're so comfortable.
I know, and look, comfortable's fine, but I can't bring myself to wear Uggs or Crocs.
Yeah.
I just could never do it. Girls were always like, they're so comfortable. And look, I like something comfortable as much as the next person. It's why I never wear underwear. But I just don't like, it's comfortable for me. It doesn't smell worse.
Stinks in here. Who's got the tuna?
God.
So me in college.
Back to college.
There was this one girl who wore sneakers, but she was very quiet. And I like that about her because all the other girls were very loud and boisterous. And I don't like that. So I started hanging out with her because we had a class together and we were supposed to watch for our film class Fast Times. I had the DVD already. I said, hey, do you want to watch it? I'll bring it over with the DVD. We could write our papers.
Nick was trying to make his move.
Hey, man.
Being smooth.
Hey, man.
You are smooth, by the way.
Shut up.
He doesn't realize how smooth he is.
No, I know.
Oh, he knows. He knows. When we first met, this guy, oh my God, so smooth. Don't kiss my neck.
So
yeah.
I bring the DVD over to her dorm. She has a roommate as well, but she's not there at this moment. And we're watching the movie, and during the movie, she gets upset, like visibly upset, and she was on her phone. And we stop the movie, and I'm like, hey man, what's wrong? And she's like, I can't talk. She gave me like the hand thing, right? And she's on the phone with her boyfriend. Okay. Now I knew she had a boyfriend. I was just, testing the waters out. And apparently, I was thrown into a huge controversy that I had no idea about. She's now crying. And I'm like, what could be so bad? Unless he's like threatening her life because I'm over watching a movie.
Right.
It was not that. It was, but it wasn't. What was happening is she had a colored past with this guy before.
I've heard this story.
This guy did not trust her at all.
So she cheated on him.
I guess.
And then, Nick, you were surprised when she cheated on you. Come on, man.
We'll get to that. So because she cheated, the guy said, I'll stay with you if I can basically watch you 24/7.
That's insane.
I did not know this.
That's insane.
So there was a laptop set up with the webcam pointed at her all day when she was home and when she was sleeping.
That is the most unhealthy relationship I've ever heard in my life.
You think?
First of all, she cheated on him. Second of all, he stayed with her, but obviously didn't trust her in any way, shape, or form. I mean, so that doesn't make any sense.
How did he have the time to watch the webcam 24/7?
What a psychopath.
Like, would he just stay up all night? Like, she's still in bed.
So why would she have a guy over to watch a movie? This girl is not bright. If she knows that her boyfriend is watching her 24/7.
Well,
and then by the way, she goes on to cheat on Nick.
But I can't blame her on that though. She really didn't in a way, but we'll get there.
Yeah.
So it wasn't that the recording was the issue. Because I found out we were talking about the movie, right? And he thought he heard me talk crap about him. That was not the case. I was talking about the movie because in the movie, what's the guy? Damone. He's like a bad dude. He bangs.
Ramon. I just want to do that.
Yeah,
I know Ramon, but
he bangs the guy's girl. He likes the girl, whatever. Okay, you guys seen Fast Times. So I was talking trash about him because we're writing the paper, right? He thought I was talking about him, so he calls furious. Now, I guess when he was watching us watch the movie, there was no issue. It was only when I said something.
Oh.
Okay. But the big caveat to this whole thing was the reason she was so upset is the whole time the webcam situation got brought up, she thought there was no audio. The dude said, I can't hear you. I can't, it doesn't work like that. So the whole time, for however long they've been together with the webcam situation, she thought whatever she said, he didn't hear.
This is the most ridiculous relationship I've ever heard. Why would you get into a relationship with someone like this?
So he blew it by being like, yo, is that guy talking crap about me? And she's like, how would you know? How would you hear that? And then he let it I can hear you.
I feel like I didn't know about this part of it. This is ridiculous.
So it turned into a Mrs. Doubtfire.
Oh,
remember
my
when the wife finds out that Robin Williams has been the nanny the whole time?
Yes.
And she's like, the whole time? Because she realizes she's been saying things in private to multiple people that he's heard the whole time for who knows how long. So now she's freaking out. She's crying. They're having a phone conversation. I'm sitting there going what the hell am I in right now? I don't know what
you get yourself into.
Exactly. But I'm like, hey man, it's a good story. Right, so I'll see how it plays. I'm not gonna leave.
Oh my god, you stayed?
My DVD's still in the DVD player. I mean, we're here, right? So it gets to a point where the guy goes, "Put him on the phone."
You talked to him?
I talked to him.
I've heard this story, but I've never heard this stuff.
Yes.
I feel like Nick never got this into detail.
So I get on the phone and I'm like, hello?
Hello? Just like that. Hello?
This should be fun. And he's like, and he tried to be like a bro, like, hey man, I know this is a weird situation and stuff.
You're like, no crap, it is.
Yeah. He's like, but I just want to let you know, she can't be trusted and she's not trustworthy and she might be playing you and this and that. I just want to give you a heads up because she's hurt me in the past and this and that and blah, 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 blah. And I was like, yeah, man, no problem. I got you. Totally understand. I gave the phone back and they kept going. And then eventually when I realized this is going to be all night, I left after that point.
Right. When they were going to be on the phone forever.
Yeah.
How long after that did they break up? And then how long before you guys started dating?
Oh, it was pretty quick after that.
Oh, boy.
Because it was even before I was wanting to even be with her because I really didn't want to. It wasn't kind of like that. It was just oh, she seems cool to hang out with. Okay. That was the most I was getting out of that, right?
Uh-huh.
And I said to her, I was like, listen, I said, I know to you and especially to your boyfriend, I'm the biggest threat in your life right now. To him, at least.
Right.
I'm trying to get with you. I'm the bad person. And I get that. I said, but a person looking in on your relationship, I said, it is the most toxic and worst thing I've ever seen.
Absolutely insane.
I said, he literally has a webcam on you 24/7, which you were okay with. You said, this is a good idea. Well, I said, that's already crazy.
Well, because she probably didn't want to lose him after she cheated on him.
Yes.
So she was like, I'll do anything. And that was his thing.
But then I said, the idea
is so dumb
that you thought he couldn't hear you and then found out he was listening in on everything the entire time. And obviously that freaked you out, which I understand why. And you're staying with him. I don't know, man. Maybe this is not the relationship for you.
No, things are probably not going to work out. Oh, you're surprised that things didn't work out?
Oh, she was a wreck for like a week of just like emotional in school where you could just see it was just on her. And I was like, yo, like this is not, you should, I get why you shouldn't listen to me because he would tell you not to listen to me, but this is effed. Like, you know what I mean? It's totally effed.
Cheese and rice.
So yeah, like a few weeks, at most a month, it finally ended. And then, and then we got together, And
then she cheated on Nick.
Yeah, but this was like 5 years later.
Yeah, I know. But when I met you, you were talking a lot about the girl that cheated on you.
No,
like
because,
it was like a big thing.
So here's the issue. So we went through some rough patches because I hate girls who don't trust you when you've done nothing wrong. So she thought that I was like hooking up or doing things with this other girl in college. But
yeah, because she's a cheater.
Which I know that. And I explained that. And I said, listen, if you keep doing this, I said, first off, if I want to be with her, I will go be with her. It's too easy for me to do that. Like I'm fine. But if you don't stop, I'm ending this. And eventually she got so paranoid and crazy, I threw her out. I'm like, you're done. I'm not doing this. So college ends. I already moved on to another girl. We're doing our thing. But I moved into Brooklyn and I was trying to get a job after my Ron and Fez internship before I actually got the job working there. There was like a 4 or 5 month span of like, oh, Nick has no job, no money. And he's working for the Russian mob for free. Didn't know that at the time. So I was like, hey.
How were you paying your bills during that time if the Russian mob wasn't paying you?
The college money I didn't use.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Yeah,
my account. So, because I got a bunch of scholarships. So I luckily didn't have to pay too much for college. So I called her up. I said, I know you are trying to work in the city. I was like, listen, I mean, if you want to be my roommate, I'd appreciate it because I can't pay for this by myself.
This is Nick's move, by the way. When we first met, he tried to do this to me too. And I wasn't going for it. Yeah. Nick was trying to get me to move in with him as his roommate. And he was like, you can have the bedroom. And then he said this. We'd already been together for, I don't know, like a year or something at this point where he's like, I knew it was only a matter of time before I'd be in there with you, though. I was like, wow, bold. First of all, he was just like, yeah, you're going to move in as my roommate. And you
would have had me sleep in the bed.
I'll have the living room.
You would have been like, come in here, lay down next to me.
Shut up.
So I had her move in with me. And her whole thing was like, listen, I will do that. I will move in with you and pay half the bills, but you have to do one thing for me. And I said, sure, what is it? You have to dump the girl you're dating. And I didn't really like her to begin with. The other girl, I was like, all right, yeah, sure. So I dumped her and I had her move in, but I didn't really want a relationship. It was kind of like we were kind of boyfriend and girlfriend, but really not. And I put nothing into it. So I told her, I was like, listen, if you're going to find someone else or move on, I said, that's fine. You just tell me. I don't want to find out, like you're lying to me. I hate liars. That's the other thing I hate. So like a year or two in, I think 2 years in, when I was working around in Fez, she eventually was like hooking up with some, or not even really hooking up. She was just talking to some dude from work. And then I think they kissed once at like a holiday party. And after that, I was like, well, listen, like you got to go. Like I'm not, you had to be honest. All I wanted you to be honest. Like, hey, I'm gonna go after this guy. I would have been cool, but you lied. So
would you have kept living with her while she dated someone else?
I would have until I moved out. You know what I mean?
Right.
Or had her move out.
Right.
But it was the lying and her acting like, oh no, I'm still with you. And it's like, well, that's not cool. I don't want that. You know what I mean?
Like if you're going to move on, at least say you're going to move on. Don't act like you're with me.
And then try to keep doing stuff with me. You know what I mean?
So she was trying to bang both of you at the same time. She wanted her cake and she wanted to eat it too.
So I literally the night I found out, I said, you could stay the night. But I said, tomorrow morning, I'm driving you to Connecticut to your mom's and that's it. And I called Dennis, my friend. I'm like, yo, Dennis, I'm throwing this bitch out. You want to help me pack the car? Sure, I'll be there. Thanks, buddy. He comes over. Very Dennis thing. And we, like, dude, early morning, we're putting that car, my Dodge Dart, we packed it like Tetris. And, and she was upset. She was crying in the other room. She was writing me a letter. I didn't realize till later on. I drove her up to Connecticut, like the 2-hour drive or whatever, dead silence the whole way while she's crying. And I'm just like, I get there, throw all her stuff out and drive away. And she's hysterically crying, gives me the letter. I'm like, yeah, I don't care. And that was it.
Wow. And that was the end. She still tried, even when I remember when I first met Nick, because it was after that. How long after that before you moved to LA?
Months. It was months.
Yeah, he moved to LA and she was still trying to get him. She was still texting him, him some naked pictures.
Which I probably told on the show already.
You did tell that story.
She sent me the photos.
Reused naked photos.
And I'm like, wait a minute. I think these are old. I checked the metadata. I'm like, you sent these other people. These are old naked photos.
You're like,
How
great,
dare
I don't
you?
want your sloppy second
No,
photos.
you sent me the new stuff. Because it's like at that point, like you're not helping me want to be like, I'm jumping back, even though I would never do that. But it was like, that's not helping your cause.
Right.
Yeah, she really wanted me back hard while she was with the other guy.
Which is weird too.
Because she's still with the guy now. She had a kid with that guy. And I bet you he has no idea that she sent me these naked photos, that she was trying to get back with me.
Probably not.
I would love to talk to him and be like, hey, buddy, let me have a conversation with you.
Well, I mean, it seems like she's the type. I feel like if you're constantly, she cheated on her ex dude. She did that thing with you where she was still trying to be with you.
I honestly believe she wouldn't have cheated on me if I was actually a good boyfriend.
Like all in on it and everything.
I was the issue, and I knew that because I don't care about this.
Right, because you weren't actually.
No,
it wasn't in your mind. It wasn't a real relationship.
No,
right.
No. It was horrible. It was just, and I was in a horrible place because Ron and Fez was the worst toxic show to work for. So it was a draining hellhole. So when I came home, I only, it was no time to do anything. It was just basically go to sleep, wake up again, and I was miserable. So it's like I wasn't the best person to be around in that situation. And she was stressed out too, even though her job was going better than mine. But she was just starting off because she works for 90 Day Fiance, which is now huge. I don't know if she still does because she had a kid, so who knows if she works there anymore. But it was a nightmare. It was just a nightmare. So I get it. I don't blame her for it. I just wish she was honest. Just tell me, like, you're moving on. Fine. Okay. That's cool.
I'm trying to think if I'd ever been actually cheated on and like known it. Because it might have happened, I'm sure, and I just didn't know. Oh, yeah, twice. Yes.
Oh, jeez. Hey.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot. It happened to me twice. One guy, I found out because of his messages, because he was logged in on my computer to his Facebook, and messages were popping up, and I was like, what's this? And I started reading the messages, and it was weird and creepy because the girl was younger.
Oh.
Like 16
Wait, is this the one who really liked your small boobs?
No, that guy's married and has kids now. No, that guy was he was on a different island. He was on Oahu. We started talking on Facebook.
That's not just a term. Literally, he was on a different island.
He was literally on a different island. I was on the big island. He was on Oahu, and I met him through some like jujitsu thing. That's right. He was trying to apply at the gym because I worked for BJ Penn for like years. We're from the same hometown. The reason I like MMA and grew up watching MMA and UFC and all that stuff is because fighting is like a religion in Hawaii. There's a decent amount of fighters that have come out of Hawaii. Well, a decent amount.
I mean, everyone knows the Jewish religion. I'll be here all week, folks. Try the veal.
Oh, that was terrible. I have to go. But anyway, he was trying to get a job there. That's what it was. I think he was trying to teach there, but he ended up getting a job in a school in Hawaii, and we just kind of kept in touch and started talking a bit. And I went over to stay with him for like a weekend. And then that's when he let I went to train with him a couple of times. We did jujitsu, and then that's when his like love of small boobs came out, but like, which is fine, but it was in a creepy way. And then he let it slip that he also really liked the schoolgirl look. And I think those two things combined, it just gave me like an icky. And look, that's not the first or last time I have heard about a schoolgirl thing or like done a schoolgirl thing.
It was the way
it was, and the feeling it gave me, and like that combined with the boobs gave me this weird it gave me the weird heebie-jeebies.
Uncle Paul over there.
Yeah, and I was young too. This was a long time ago, and I've always looked young, so I was young and looked young. Well, so I was kind of like,
you look ancient.
Yeah, thank you.
Menopausal.
Oh, that's great. Married the right man. Yeah, and so that creeped me out enough that when I flew back home, and he wasn't like creepy where he's like, I'm gonna lock you in a basement. It was just when I flew back
those are the other girls
home,
you don't know about.
Yeah, right? I'm the one that got away.
My kid's missing. Where is she? Oh, I have an idea.
When I flew back home, he could tell. He could tell I wasn't feeling it. And he said to me, he's like, are we going to keep doing this? And I was like, no, we're not. And so when I flew back home, that was it. Like, that was the end of it. And then now he's married to he still tried to we talked a little after that, and he still kind of tried a little bit. But he had been talking to some other girl, and he's like, I don't really like her that much. that's who he married and had kids with.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
Yeah. So he like married some girl that he wasn't that into, and suddenly he's posting, "This is the love of my life." And I'm like, that's not what you told me.
God, I know.
Same thing with another ex that I dated. It's the worst. So another guy I was off and on with, and he was honestly a giant piece of crap. I was going through a rough time. I didn't have a very good self-esteem. I was still figuring myself out. I was very young. We were off and on a bunch. I dated some people in between. He definitely cheated on me. But it was like a very tumultuous sort of relationship. But we lived together for a while. He was also a jiu-jitsu guy. These jiu-jitsu guys.
Well, that's on you. You're like the girl who goes to the same bar being like, all men are crap. It's like, you should kind of branch out a little.
That's not fair to say, though, because there were some guys at that gym that were awesome dudes. Like,
sure, but you weren't with them.
Yeah. Because they were married. They were awesome dudes because they already found, like, some woman already got them. And they were never creepy to me, and they were great, except for Buddy Betts, who once told me he wished his wife had a body like me. And I was like, that's weird. We're rolling, sir. Please don't.
Oh, that's creepy.
No, it was in the middle of no gi, and I was like, dude, come on, man, buddy.
I was at a rally where they were screaming, no gi.
Oh my God. So anyway.
Bomb after bomb, man. I'm keeping coming.
Nick's killing it. This is fantastic.
Oh, Chip should have me on.
He really should. Let's make that happen. So anyway, he was off and on. And where was I going with this? Oh, that's right. This was when I moved to LA, but it was before I met you. We were still talking enough where he was like talking about coming out to visit me and like going to Disneyland, but he was already dating the girl is still with. Oh. And he talked about how she was upset because he wouldn't tell her that he loved her.
Oh, no.
And she was like, I love you. And she's like, he was like, yeah, she's young. She's just immature. She's mad because I won't tell her that I love her. And now they're married. And I'm like, how does it go from I'm not that into this chick and like I'm still trying to talk to this person?
Because like, no one else wants these garbage people.
That's what it is. He's just trash. So we had to settle for the girl that would stay with him. It was after that I cut off contact.
You have to. It's horrible. Why would you talk to a garbage person to begin with?
Because I was in a garbage place. I was in a garbage place. So yeah, it's one of those things where you see that happen kind of a lot. That sucks.
And they don't know. The other person doesn't know. I would love to tell them.
They think everything's great. Yeah, but I'm not going to message this girl.
No, I know. I'm just saying. It'd be funny to see their reaction. Because they'd be like, no, they wouldn't do that.
Screenshot the text message.
Yeah.
No, he did say it.
I'm pretty sure if I walked back into my ex's life and was like, hey, let's do it, she'd be like, okay.
You think so? Even with the kid and being with the other dude?
It wouldn't matter.
You think they're married?
Yeah, they should be. I mean, here's the thing. I don't know. She might have already messed that relationship up and they might be split. I have no idea. Who knows? You never know. I'm not friends on Facebook. I don't know this information, Should
add her as a friend and see if she adds you.
No, I blocked her and then I think she finally blocked me. I forgot why. I think when I was with you, when I was going through, I probably did something so heinous or said something to her like, that she was like, oh okay.
This is done.
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah, no, and I remember the girl you were dating right before me also messaged you to say she was unfriending you because she couldn't see you with me.
I wasn't really dating her though.
Yeah. It was still funny.
I don't think we answered anything on this one.
We've answered two. What was it? What was on this one?
This was the emotional affair. Oh, are you having an emotional... People would be like, I don't even remember the question.
I don't even remember the question. We went off on our own tangent.
So remember, the boyfriend's 37.
Yeah.
The woman's 20.
Yeah.
Her whole friends were like, this guy's a pedophile. We don't like you. So now she has no friends. She finds this young dude. All they do is talk all day. Because the 37-year-old is long distance, not around.
See, but look, what if he is gay? Because she alluded to that.
Stop it. He's not gay.
You don't know, dude.
No,
I have a friend, and I don't want to out him.
No, stop it. There's a difference between you meeting someone in real life and being around them multiple times, becoming friends with a person like that. This guy, I don't think she's ever actually met him. It's just some dude online. Some dude online is not going after some gay guy's like, let me find some girl to talk to. And that's not happening.
Yeah, I guess.
I'm telling you, that's not happening.
All right.
This dude wants her. He sees she's stupid. She's young.
She's vulnerable. She has no friends.
Like, come on.
Yeah.
And I understand why the older guys were like, yo, what the hell? I would be the same thing. Like, this seems weird. Because I would be the dude talking to me, being like, yo, like, hey, what's going on?
Like, hey, so I don't think she can be trusted.
Yeah.
Are you trying to bang her? Just let me know so I can get out of here. You can have her.
Is it emotional? Yeah, it might be. It might be to an effect. Other people. Yeah, no, it is an emotional affair.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, if you're like FaceTiming and watching movies all the time. Yeah, no, you're right. I get it. It's weird. Yeah, I would say it depends on how serious you are about being with the old dude. Do you want to keep... I say old. He's like...
Because they literally met on like Reddit on a comment section.
On a meme.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Look, I would say...
And we don't even know, right, that if this dude is actually her age or maybe older than 37. This is some random person on the internet that she doesn't know who he is at all.
No, he's not 37. Her boyfriend is.
Yeah, I know.
The guy is like...
No, I know.
Oh.
That's what I'm saying. But we don't know that. She doesn't know who. He's some random guy online. He could be anything. He could be a woman. We don't know.
I'm confused.
The guy.
The boyfriend?
No.
The dude she's talking to?
Yes.
Well, she's FaceTimed him.
Okay. If she's FaceTime, maybe that she could see.
Yeah,
who
she said
I
they
don't know,
FaceTimed
man.
him. She said he's like 22. He's a 22-year-old guy.
Well, then he's just trying to get with her. I mean, come on.
Yeah. I mean,
Come on.
he's just trying to bang her.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Decide what relationship is most important to you, and I guess go with that one. That's my advice.
Yeah. I don't think it's working out with Mr. 37-year-old.
Probably not.
It's not going to happen because it's long distance. It's hard enough.
That's tough. Yeah, long distance is tough.
And you're an idiot. Not because he's older, just because you're dumb. You're just a dumb person. It comes across that you're a dummy.
I can tell from the way you write that you're stupid.
Yeah. So.
Looks like you're an idiot.
I don't know. Do what you want.
That's someone who's given up. We've read so much of these fucking questions, these horrible advice. Dang it. Horrible advice questions that Nick's just like, I don't care. You guys just go be absolute trash people. Go on. Moving on. All right.
Let's get sexy up in here.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
This is incest, isn't it? Every time he says that, it's incest.
No.
Oh God. I knew it.
This is a girl.
And what, let me guess, her brother, her sister, cousin, who is it?
No, she goes, the title unfortunately says it all.
Oh no.
I'm not going to read it. I'm not going to read the title. The issue is this isn't the first time. He did this back when I was 16. I had purchased my first ever sex toy with my gift card money, and he beat me till I was swollen to hell before stealing it and claiming he'd give it back to me when I was older, which never happened, and he threw it away. Her grandfather.
Oh my. Okay. Holy crap. So her grandfather beat the crap out of her and took her for buying a sex toy and took her dildo away.
Yeah. This time, my grandfather broke into my safe in my closet and put it in his room somewhere. He told me when he saw the safe in my closet, he was suspicious of what I was hiding.
How old is she now?
I don't know. It doesn't say.
Oh my God.
He then ranted about how I was straying from God. There we go.
Oh, there it is.
There we go.
Why is this guy so insane?
That makes sense.
There it is.
And how my ways would get me raped one day and all other S. All I could do is shut up and suffer because one word and I'm done. So after that 3-hour rant, geez, that old guy's got a lot to say.
3 hours?
Religious nuts usually have a lot to say.
Holy
they love telling you what to do. They have so much to give you.
Oh my God.
It's their gospel.
Wow.
By the way, Jesus was like, hey, do what you want. I love everybody. Which is funny how we just stray away from that. But, whatever.
No, and also the thing that I don't like, and look, there are chill religious people. Someone commented on the last episode who was like a super chill religious person. That's fine. We're not talking to you. You guys are cool. Do what you like, and you're not telling other people how to live. You just do your thing. It's the ones that like to tell other people how to live.
The know-it-alls.
And then
they know everything.
Right, they know everything, but then they also pick and choose because they're out there eating shellfish, but telling you can't lay with another man. Like it's very hypocritical. Some of those people, the real nut jobs do. You're like, all right, calm down, dude. You pick what's fine for you and what works for you.
The thing is, he specifically told me that when I got older, he wouldn't care about what I spent as long as he couldn't see it. Well, that was a lie.
Did they live together?
For the first few years of my adulthood, he has been so effing interested in what I'm buying and doing. He even got offended when I began looking for apartments. I'm lost for ideas now. How do I combat this and get my S back?
Call the cops and tell them that he stole it? Because first of all, it's yours. Second of all, if you're looking for apartments, find one and get the heck out of there, lady.
Here's the problem with that.
Holy crap.
Here's the problem with that. We don't know where she lives. I don't know if the cops would actually do anything. The cops might be like, we're men of God as well. You're a sinner. Your grandfather's trying to do the right thing. We don't know that. Should the grandfather be beating this girl with the sex toys that she bought? No, that's insane.
Should be stealing her stuff as an adult woman? Also, no.
No, but we don't know her situation where it seems like she has no family. Who knows if she even has any money.
Well, she was saying she was looking for apartments.
And it seems to be a problem where it's going to be a hard thing to move out and do that. That's rough, man. I mean, yeah, the only thing you can do is move out and just never talk to him again because that's crazy.
Get the hell out of there. I mean, that's my only advice is if you can, get out of there. If you can get out of there, do what you can to get out of there because your grandfather sounds insane. I stopped talking to my grandmother years ago because she's a garbage person in a different way, but she's a straight up trash person. I mean, she used to call me junior slut when I was 8 years old. She stole from my dad. She let me grow weed in the bushes outside of her house. She used to sleep with her daughter's boyfriends. She would try to be manipulative. She would try to turn me against my family. Like, she is an awful human being. And so when I got to, honestly, gosh, about 17 or 18, I stopped talking to her. I cut ties with her completely. I haven't talked to her in years. And occasionally she'll try to make me feel guilty about it. She'll message me and tell me that she's dying or whatever thing that she's got going. That was the other thing. She was always dying over the years. She's still alive. I'm like, Grandma, she's one of those where there's always some sort of an issue.
Yeah,
and
my parents did the same thing.
Yeah.
They're always dying.
They're
Have
always
some horrible
dying.
disease.
Right. Your dad's got Parkinson's.
Sure he does.
Yeah. My grandma has hepatitis and it's killing her. Like whatever. I don't even know what it is. Hep C, Hep B. I'm not sure which one. But yeah, she has always been dying. She used to feed me Tramadol. It's funny. I didn't remember that until
Tramadol?
Apparently it's like a tranquilizer kind of. Yeah. So, and I didn't even know that. I didn't even know what I was taking.
Your grandmother and my father would get along because he wanted me to give that to my grandfather.
Oh, yeah. Well, to keep him from wandering off, right? Yeah.
Which was just horrible.
Because he had Alzheimer's.
Yeah, very nice.
Absolutely insane. Like, and she would crush it up and she would put it in honey. And in a spoonful of honey. And that's how we would, and I didn't know what I was taking. I was a kid. Like, that was absolutely insane. She's a terrible person and she tried to make me feel guilty about it. But you know what? I don't feel guilty about cutting her out of my life because she's a bad person and nothing but chaos follows her. And I'm not the only one in the family to cut her out. Her only remaining daughter who's alive, my aunt, her other two daughters, my mom died. Her other daughter died.
How did it happen?
Well, my mom died in a car accident, which you know that, but my aunt died because she did so much drugs that her heart just gave out at one point.
Oh, your sister's following in her footsteps.
Yeah, unfortunately, her other son, my cousin, also overdosed on pills. He died as well.
The Hawaiian way.
Drugs have ravaged my family. It sucks. And it's
in Hawaii. I mean, that's a big problem.
It's a big problem in Hawaii. Yeah. It is. It's a huge problem in Hawaii. My sister's in jail for it, obviously. And so my other aunt, my grandma's other daughter, is the only one that really, besides my mom, but my mom was so young, that really got her stuff together. Like, she owns her own business. She has kids. She's been married they've been married for 30 years at this point. And God, maybe even longer. No, about 30 years. And she's super successful. She owns her own house. They travel all the time. And she cut her out of her life. Her one remaining daughter that's alive, it's like, even I don't want to talk to you. Like, you're done. Cut this man out of your life. It doesn't matter that he's your grandfather. That is an insane abusive behavior. Screw him. Get the hell out of there if you can. I hate that crap. I hate it. There's no room for treating the people that you love like complete and utter garbage. It's not okay.
But I'm your biggest fan. So my father used to say to me,
shut up.
He was garbage.
He beat the crap out of you. Get the hell out of here with that.
Yeah,
you suck.
He's not a good person.
No.
In my opinion, I have to say, not a good person.
No, he's a terrible person. Your father is also awful.
Yeah. It's just, there's nothing you can do unless you leave and then never talk to them again.
Leave and never talk to him and hope maybe you can get the cops to help you get your stuff back. Maybe. I don't know. That's your only
Just leave it. Just don't even. Just move on.
Depends what it is.
Yeah. Just get, I don't know. Clean slate,
Ridiculous.
Moving on. 5 days ago, I was asked out by my crush. Oh, I think this is a dude, actually. She had a crush on me. And at first it was going strong. Until it wasn't.
It's always how it is, isn't it? Going strong
Yesterday,
until it's not.
she texted me that she was in an open relationship with someone else. And she didn't tell me that before we got together because she forgot.
How do you forget that?
You don't. It's a lie.
I'm in an open relationship, but I keep forgetting that I'm dating this other guy.
Yeah, that's true. You know. You just don't want to say it.
Yeah, because it might scare people away.
The guy goes, like, what the F? That ain't something you forget to tell your crush before you get together with him.
No.
I ended making a stupid mistake by saying it's okay.
I ended up making a stupid mistake.
He didn't say
I think
that.
he forgot the up.
Okay, so I ended up making a stupid mistake by saying it's okay for her to keep her relationship with the other person. Dude, what's wrong with you?
What are you doing, man?
But I personally am not comfortable with having an open relationship. Why would you say, yeah, it's cool?
Dude, I swear to God.
A little self-esteem crap. It's all right.
I saw a post, also I think from Reddit, but I saw it elsewhere, of a guy who wanted to be in an open relationship. So his wife agreed, and then he got upset because she was getting laid all the time and he wasn't. Because usually it's
hard.
It's much easier for women to get laid typically than it is for men.
Yeah.
And then he was upset and he wanted to close a relationship. But even though he was the one that asked for the open relationship, and then it backfired on him.
Women don't like men. Men like any woman. It's very, that's how it goes. And the icing on the cake is that she is my first ever girlfriend. Well, that's why.
Dude.
That's why. I mean,
okay.
Geez, dude. We've only been dating for 5 days. Oh, my man.
She's not your girlfriend.
My bro.
Oh,
what are you talking? How old are you?
Oh, no.
What are you talking about?
Oh, no. Honey.
We've only been dating for 5 days, so we are barely scratching the surface of our relationship, but I'm hesitant to let her go. Okay, edit. I should probably mention we are both 18 and still in school, so we're pretty young. Yo, like,
Wow.
I understand it's hard to tell people who are that young, like, you have your whole life ahead of you. Just drop her because, like, this doesn't matter.
It doesn't feel like it. I remember that in high school too, when I was having a hard time and I was getting bullied.
This is the
in
one
school.
forever. Why? No, that's crazy.
Not,
you don't.
I know.
That's miserable. You don't want to be stuck with someone for that long. That's crazy.
That's a long time.
5 days. She's in an open relationship. Forgot to tell you, she stinks, and your self-esteem is garbage. Just you need to build yourself up. Realize that it's not a loss to you, man. Let her do what she's gonna do.
Also, here's my advice: she's your crush and she hit on you. Hit it and quit it, son. Get in there, get your dick wet, get out.
You know he's not. He doesn't have.
He's not that kind of guy. He's not that kind of guy.
He's the guy who's gonna be in the corner going, ooh, while Lysol is banging your girl.
Do you say Lysol?
Yeah, Lysol. The mad real world. Come on.
I've never seen that.
Yeah, Lysol
that's
was
so
straight out of the
funny.
joint.
Oh, that's hilarious.
And the dude had to sit in the corner and watch off while jerking it. Yeah, it was very upsetting.
Wow. Okay. All right. Yeah, dude, you got to move on because this is silly. I know she's your crush, but you'll have other crushes.
5 days.
And
We're just scratching the surface. It's over. And also, she's 18, you're 18. There's nothing to scratch. There's nothing there. You guys have nothing going on.
No.
Stop it.
I know. Unless you've both been abused.
That's a weird take.
No,
Sure.
I'm just saying that, like, usually kids who have been abused, there's shit there. There's stuff to talk about.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, move on, my friend. There's many other girls out there for you, and yeah.
Move on just like we should.
I can't believe he was like, yeah, it's okay. Open relationship is fine.
That's yeah.
Horrible. I mean, I was that guy. I was the other guy.
In an open relationship?
No.
Oh.
I mean, to her, it was open, I guess. You know what I mean?
He just didn't know about it.
She told me that I dumped my boyfriend. I'm like, all right, yeah, whatever. And she didn't. And,
Yikes.
I'm walking in the hall with her, and one of her friends of the boyfriend comes over and says something to the effect of, like, what you're doing is messed up. You need to stop. And I was like, that's odd. That's weird. I have a suspicion she might still be dating this guy.
That could be a bit of a giveaway.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what would have made you think that.
And when his photo was still in her locker, and I'm like, that's also very odd. I didn't care because I was the other guy, and like I was like, well, this ain't going. I don't care. I'll be the other guy for a little bit, have my fun, and then whatever.
Get in, get out, hit it and quit it. Nick did hit it and quit it.
I didn't hit it then. I was so young. I was a virgin. I was just.
How old were you?
I don't know. I was sucking face. A lot of face sucking. You know
He
what I'm
doesn't
saying?
want to say how old he was when he lost his virginity.
Old. Very old.
Oh, how old were you?
Old.
How old is old?
43.
Oh my God. 40-year-old virgin is right.
I think we have time for one more.
We got time for one more? Let's do one more.
29, a male. I got a new job in the city. An aquarium scuba diver.
Cool.
With high population.
Cool.
Okay. And plan on returning to the dating world. But after so many rejections, many of which had women directly or via text tell me that my height was a turnoff. I'm insecure.
Poor guy.
Women suck, man.
How tall is he? Does he say?
I have gone from, well, he's doing weight first, 180 pounds to 165.
All right, so we lost some weight.
After swimming a mile 4 or 5 times per week and will be lifting weights. But in the past, even at my peak, they legit told me my height is the problem. Saying they want to be with a man that they could wear high heels with. Okay.
We got to get a girl that can't walk in high heels. That's the girl for you, sir.
Or instantly unmatching when I stated my height when they asked. Man, women are the height. I don't understand the height thing.
I have never asked someone how tall they are.
Oh, it's so ridiculous. And then if you go, well, how much do you weigh? Oh my God, you can't ask me that.
Suddenly that's not okay.
It's like, but you can lose the weight. I can't get taller. So which one is unfair? You tell me.
I think that height that's right up there. That's body shaming, man.
Yeah, but it's because it's guys. It's like, who cares? It's guys. Go screw. Blah, blah. Saw some good sneakers that could raise my height 2 or 3 inches more. Don't do that. And since women wear makeup, heels, padded, or push-up bras to boost their confidence, can I at least get a height-boosting shoes? I'm 5'7", and no, I don't post a fake height on my profile. I just never say it. Dude. I mean, listen. Your life's going to be rough, and that's unfortunate.
I'm sorry, man.
Women suck. All they care about is 6 feet or taller. I don't know why. It makes no sense because men who are taller die younger. They have health problems. They're cutting off a big population that someone they might actually love and be with. They'd rather take the crap relationship because the guy's taller.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you're just cutting out a whole bunch of people that could be perfect for you.
But they don't care.
You amazing.
They'd rather be with the worst person if he's taller.
I actually haven't dated many tall guys. I think the tallest guy I've ever dated was like 5'11".
Oh my God. That would still be too short for women. That'd be like, he's a
I'm like really
person.
trying to think of like a tall. Oh no, that's not true. I did date one guy who was like 6 feet or maybe 6'1".
How dare you?
Just one guy though. I've never cared about height unless he's shorter than me. I did date a guy that was bordering on shorter than me, and that's rough because I'm 5'2".
But you still did it.
I did. Yeah, we did it for a bit. Yeah. But it was where I was kind of like, oh man. And I did feel a little bit bad about it, but I wasn't super attracted to him. But to me, 5'7" is fine. That's 5 inches taller than me.
But you got to realize, like, I'm 5'9".
You're tall to me.
I'm literally a dwarf to women. Women look at me as a dwarf. I'm not even joking.
See, that's so weird.
So 5'7" is like, I mean, I can't even see you. Where are you, sir?
I can't even
That's how these women think.
That's so wild to me because you could really be missing out on a good guy.
They don't care.
On a great guy.
They don't
just
care.
because, I mean, geez.
My man, stay the course. It's gonna be rough. You're gonna hate yourself. You're gonna turn into that bagel boss guy who was ranting in a bagel store.
Don't be the bagel boss guy.
But I get why he was angry. I get his whole life he's been crapped on by women, and all he wants is a woman, and he can't. And I get it.
You'll find someone though. You'll find someone who doesn't care.
It's
out
hard,
there.
Man.
No, they are. I don't care about height. I really don't. I've dated guys who are 5'7".
1 in a million.
I've dated guys who are 5'5".
Dude, I've seen almost every single woman basically care about height. It's real rare. It is so rare, man.
My sister's baby daddy's 5'7".
Yeah, but she's a meth addict.
Yeah, well.
You don't want that either. It's not worth it.
Don't settle for some girl just because she'll date you because of your height.
Don't
That's
do that
the other
either.
thing. Don't do that either.
That's the other problem.
But I really believe that you'll find someone that doesn't care. And the biggest thing the best thing they can come of this.
Don't say biggest.
The best thing that can come of this is that any girl who cares about your height, you can immediately tick off as a shallow a-hole, and you don't want to date them anyway.
Yeah, it just hurts after a while where every single person...
Has that happened to you a lot, where girls ask you how tall you were and like...
No.
Okay.
No, but I wasn't... Because most of the people I was with, it was always in a situation where...
You got to know them.
Like college and school is such a big thing because they see you every day. They like your personality, they like your swagger, whatever it may be. So they like you look past that.
Nick had swagger.
On a dating app, though, oh my God, I mean, you're done.
Did anyone ever ask you on the dating app?
No.
How tall you were?
But I wasn't on for too long. That's the thing.
Right.
So I could see it getting to that point. Yeah, I could probably see it being horrible. Because I heard it's getting worse and worse. Because women are just, swipe. Like, it's so quick. They don't
Were you
even...
surprised that I didn't ask you how tall you were?
No, I didn't think. Because I never been through that. I just know it's a thing.
You just know it's a thing, so you didn't know.
Yeah.
How long after we started dating did you delete Tinder? I cannot for the life of me remember when I deleted mine.
Almost immediately. Yeah.
I don't even remember doing it. I just know at one point.
Thanks a lot, by the way.
No, I'm just saying.
Jeez.
I don't remember. I'm sure.
I still actually have it on my phone now. Look at all these matches. I keep forgetting.
I've been wondering why I keep getting
Yes.
so many messages. No, I know I deleted it, and obviously probably pretty quickly. I just don't remember doing it. I'm sure I did it, but I just was like not even thinking about it.
Yeah. But don't get the lifts. Do not get lifts.
Yeah,
in your
that's
shoes.
just silly. I understand what you're saying. Girls wear push-up bras. I mean, not me.
But it's not going to change any, because if they find out, they will hate you even more, and it will become a bigger issue.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's like that episode of Seinfeld when...
Damn it. I was
when
about...
Mickey starts using
I
the
was
lifts
about to go...
and everybody gets
Speaking
mad.
of my friend Mickey, he was an actor. I was going to do that. You just ruined it. You just ruined it. And he wanted to be taller because he was a little
Who was
person.
that always used to do that? Was that Anthony?
Yeah.
That was Anthony that always used to tell her.
Yeah.
And he got Opie all the time, right?
Yeah.
Opie's never seen Seinfeld? Is that what it was?
I guess he didn't watch too many.
That's so
and Jim,
funny.
because Jim doesn't really like
Jim
Seinfeld.
doesn't like Seinfeld. That's
Yeah.
so hilarious. He would
Yeah.
always get them, and
He
it was
put
always
lifts in
a
his
Seinfeld
shoes, and then they
episode.
found out, and then he was outcast in the community. Yeah, I was gonna do the whole thing. Well, that's ruined.
Well, I ruined it. Sorry.
it.
Well, my first thought was the episode of Seinfeld, and that's
Yeah.
why we're married.
Yeah. Don't want to be Mickey.
Don't be Mickey. Yeah, no, don't do it. Don't get the lifts and shoes. I think it's pointless because they'll know as soon as you take it off.
Yeah.
And it's not going to...
And by the way, if it's only 3 inches, you're still technically short to them.
5'9"?
Yeah, you're my height. Girls don't like that. They look at me and they go, "Oh, a little person." They don't want that.
He's small.
Okay, all right.
He's small, Peppy.
All right.
I like being... you know what? I kind of like that I'm so short. It gives me such a wider range of dating. Like, I can date...
For you, but there are women who are your size or maybe even a little bit smaller who still were like, they got to be a giant. They have to be an NBA star.
Why?
I don't know, man.
What is it? Is it just they... Like, is it
I
that...
think it's a show-off thing, honestly.
You think it's a show-off thing, or is
To
that
other
women like, I need a provider?
No, I think it's they'll probably be like, it's genetics because we want our kid to be tall. I'm like, all right. But it's a show off to other girls. It's like, what purse I have. I have an iPhone. It's like all these things that I
at my
need
little
this
dog.
to show that I'm better than you. Like, that's all that is. Look at my man. He's taller than your man. It's like, oh, God. Like, if we need to do this to your friends, they're not your friends. And this is just all toxic all around.
Yeah, that's crazy town.
Yeah.
I don't know. The whole thing seems silly. What a silly thing to be. I think that you should base your dating and who you're dating on what kind of person they are. Not how tall. And I can understand maybe you don't want to date someone who's overweight because you value health. That's fair. You're like, I take care of myself.
Fat is healthy now. Lizzo said so. I'm following Lizzo. She knows. She's a doctor.
I'm not going to say anything mean. I'm just going to say, if you value health, like I think I might have a harder time dating someone who's really big because I like snacks, but I work out often. I like to be active. I eat pretty healthy the rest of the time. So I don't know if I could date someone who like was big enough that they obviously didn't take care of themselves. I think that'd be rough. But that's something you can change.
Height you cannot.
I don't know. I think that's silly. I think the whole thing's silly.
Yeah.
Girls, get your together and stop being weirdos about height. Who cares?
That's good. Edit yourself at the very end of the show when it doesn't matter anymore. Appreciate it.
I've been editing myself throughout the show.
You stink.
You stink.
F-bombs all over the place.
I'm sorry. It's really hard not to swear. I have the mouth of a sailor.
I would love to see you on a FM terrestrial radio show where they just throw you out of the studio immediately.
It would be really bad.
It'd be hard because they would get fined $300,000 or more. I don't even know what it is now.
They would hate me so much.
Yeah, it'd be horrible.
I'd be dropping F-bombs and S-bombs. Are there any swears that you can say on
No.
FM?
You can't even say like regular words anymore.
What are some of the regular words you can't say?
You can't say like I took a piss. You can't say like any
What?
like.
Why?
You can't even. It also matters in descriptions of like the context of it. Like I probably couldn't even be like I farted in your face. I probably can't even say that anymore. It's really weird, man. Stations are all like, oh, you gotta be like insanely PC. Yeah,
Well, that's boring.
It's not. Well, yes,
what a
radio
fun life.
stinks now.
Everybody wants to live in Pleasantville. Ugh.
Yeah, radio stinks
Gross.
now. Well, that's the show.
That's the show, guys.
But don't listen to radio, listen to us.
Yay, podcast!
If you listen to this show on Apple, for the love of God,
leave us a review, please. Give us a review. Give us the stars. Apple has stars, right? Is that what it
Yes.
is? Give us 5 stars. Write us a review. It helps us out a ton. It would be awesome. If you're listening and you enjoy this podcast, please write us a review.
just do it now, please, for the love of God.
Do it now. And if you're watching this on YouTube and you like it and you're not subscribed, subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. I really appreciate all the comments that people have been leaving. You guys are wonderful. Thank you so much. And yeah, subscribe to my OnlyFans also. OnlyFans, XiaLand there as well. You get the episode early, plus a ton of other stuff. It's fantastic if you're a fan. And then also watch my Twitch live streams. Live stream, it's twitch.tv/XiaLand, XiaLand. I'm live every Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. And now on this same channel, we have Sexy Sisters podcast with Nick's sister, Jenna. And we're doing that live. And then if you can't catch it live, it'll be up afterwards, obviously. But that's a really fun podcast we've been doing as well. Jenna is awesome, and everybody so far has loved her. So it's been a really, really fun podcast. I feel like it works awesomely. So yeah, check it out. Check it out, guys.
Yeah, if you're audio people listening to this, it's only a video version that's live
Just on YouTube.
every week. So on
Yeah.
YouTube, Sexy Sisters, you can watch it either live or after the fact. And yeah, that's it.
That's it.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. We will guys, something, I can't speak. Next week, something. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, something.
Wax on.
Wax off.
Wax on. What if I jerk on, jerk off? Hey.
You could jerk off on a jerk.
Oh, boo.
I had nothing.